Hello, this is Tony Lombardo with Volume 5 of Freddie Green Style Comping. Tonight I'm working on my tenor guitar. Sometimes I do them on tenor, sometimes I do them on standard 6-string guitar. The tenor guitar is tuned C, G, D, A. The standard guitar is E, A, D, G, B, E. Totally different tunings, but that's okay. We can learn a lot on our instrument about studying not only ours but the other one. So I'm hoping there's some good transfer, you know, as I do the videos on both. On tonight's volume, we're going to mainly go in a little bit more depth on the 7-3-3-7 concept. In fact, specifically, we're going to look at the two big implications of it. The first big implication of the 7-3-3-7 is that each dominant chord, when we make that shape, is two dominant chords at least. If you don't know what the 7-3-3-7 chord is, go back and watch volumes 1, 2, and 3, but it's basically just putting your middle finger on some note on the 4th string and going back 1 fret and putting your first finger on the 3rd string. So here we are at the 4th fret, and I've got my middle finger on the 4th fret, 4th string, that's an E note, and my first finger on the 3rd string, 3rd fret, that's a B flat note, and that forms a C7 chord. It's the 3rd, it's the 3 and the 7 of C, 3 and 7. So the first thing we need to understand, like I said, is that chord is two chords, because it's also, while it's the 3 and 7 of C7, it's also the 7 and 3 of G flat 7, or F sharp 7, or whatever you're going to call it. Same exact two notes, because look at it. I've got my first finger on the 4th fret top string. Like I said, it's an E. First finger's on the 3rd fret, 3rd string, it's a B flat. And yeah, that E note is indeed the 3rd of C, but it's also the 7. It's also the 7 of G flat, and that B flat note is the 3rd of that chord. So we have the 7 and the 3. So each chord is two chords. If I do it at the 6th fret, D7, yeah, and A flat 7. That's the first thing we need to understand about the 7-3-3-7 concept. The other thing we need to understand is that tiny movements mean big harmonic jumps. If I'm making that chord at the 5th fret again, that G7, and go back 1 fret, yeah, I've got G flat 7, of course, but I also have C7, G7, C7. You say, how's that possible? Well, when I'm making it as a G7, I've got my middle finger playing the F and the first finger playing a B. It's a G7, it's the 7 and the 3. But if I go back 1 fret, I'm playing the 3 and 7 of C7. And if I move up a fret with the whole chord, I move up a 5th. So I'm going from G7 to D7. The 1, the 4, and the 5 chord are handled just in those 3 frets. That's a big deal. And I know that sounds like a bunch of crazy math and it doesn't make much sense, but let me play a tune and maybe it'll be a little clearer. Let's play Bass and Street Blues. We're going in B flat. I'm going to play a B flat chord, which is a little different shape than all the rest of the songs. It's going to be that one little dominant shape we've been talking about, the 7-3-3-7 shape. But for the major chord, we're going to put the first finger on the 4th string, 2nd fret. The middle finger is going to be on the 3rd string, 3rd fret. That's the 1 and the 3 actually the 3 and the 1 of B flat. That D note is the 3, B flat's the 1. I'm also going to play an E flat chord, which is I'm barring the 3rd fret and playing the 4th and 3rd strings. It's an E flat note and a B flat note. That's the 1 and 5 of E flat. Other than those two chords, B flat and E flat, the rest of the song is all 7-3-3-7 chords. So here we go. There's B flat, D7, G7, A flat 7, G7, C7, F7, B flat, G7, C7, F7, B flat, D7, G7, A flat 7, G7, C7, F7, B flat, E flat, B flat. Now, this song is perfect for us because it's going to show both of those implications to the 7-3-3-7 concept perfectly. We're going to have places where the same exact chord is going to be two chords, and we're going to see that those big harmonic jumps just moving one fret. So let's walk through it. We start with the B flat. I'm going to go a little bit faster because I know that you've seen 1, 2, 3, and 4, so you know most of this stuff. So we start with B flat, D7, G7, A flat 7, G7, C7. Now look at that. I'm going from G7 to C7 only by moving one fret. Same exact fingers, same exact frets. That's that second implication of the 7-3-3-7 deal. We're going to do it again. From C7 we're going to go to F7, down another fourth, just by one fret. And then B flat, G7, C7, F7. Then we do it again. And so you say, well, wait a minute, where is that deal where the same chord is two chords? Well, really the second bar of the song. In the second bar of the song, we're at the 6th fret doing our little dominant shape, and it's a D7 chord. But 2 bars later, for 2 full beats, that exact same chord is A flat 7, because we're turning the 3-7 around and making it a 7-3. Let's check that out. First bar we got B flat. Second bar we got D7. Got the 3 and the 7 of D7. Then we got a G7. Now, bar 4, I'm going to go back to that thing we just called a D7 exactly, but we're going to call it an A flat 7. You say, well, how in the world is that the case? Well, we've got the middle finger on the G flat note, 6th fret, 4th string, and we've got the first finger on the C note, the 5th fret, 3rd string, and so that is indeed the 7 and the 3 of A flat 7. It's also the 3 and 7 of D7, so that shows what we're after exactly. Let's do it again. B flat, D7, G7, here it comes, A flat 7, G7, C7, F7, B flat, G7, C7, F7, B flat, D7, G7, A flat 7, G7, F7, that's a C7, sorry, F7, there's the F7, B flat, E flat, E, B flat. It's hard to talk and play at the same time like that. That's difficult for me. All right, now some of you, you jazz folks, you like to think about these tritone substitutions for 2-5 movements. And if you don't know what that is, that's when you take the 5 of a 5 and flatten it and put that in the place of a 5 chord. Well, so in other words, D, G, C would be D, D flat, C. Well, the great thing is, with this 7-3-3-7 stuff, they're the exact same chord. They're the exact same chord. So if I'm going G7, C7, F7, I'm also going G7, G flat 7, F7. So it's a beautiful tritone. It's the exact same thing. So the two important things to understand here, I think we covered them both. That with the 7-3-3-7 concept, the same chord can be at least 2 dominant chords, and 1 fret movements yield huge harmonic changes. If this makes sense to you, that's great. If not, email me or leave a comment in the comment box, and I'll deal with it in the next video. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.